Well, let's talk about what's going on in Parliament at the moment. We had the economy. It's not quite going backwards, but it is anemic growth. I guess that comes to a good outlook when it comes to interest rates. An approaching budget. We're told more will be done about the cost of living. The Prime Minister last week declined my invitation to freeze the fuel excise, and I imagine that he's declined your invitation as well. But today we have this announcement about superannuation for paid parental leave recipients. Again, it's means tested.
Look, I think what I feel that the government should do, and they often don't, they seem to just delay any kind of immediate relief. And so, for me, if you can access superannuation for paid parental leave, that's great. But what will that mean for the future of, superannuation once you get to a stage whereby you need to draw onto it and for you to live? What would that mean? What would it look like? So it's great to have announcements, and I think government constantly make these amazing sounding announcements like Help to Buy and, paid parental leave. They know the right terminologies to use to attract headlines, right? But you have to then look below that headlines and see how will that work and will that work? And of course, you want to support families, especially at this time or individuals, not just families, but individuals struggling with the cost of living. And is that the right option? I don't know. From my perspective, for the young people, I've called for the freeze of HECS. That is very immediate, and that can be done. And that can be planned out, right? That is something that the government should do for our young people, for instance. The fuel excise tax cut, the same thing. That is something that can be done and can be addressed at this point in time in order to provide that relief for all working Australians, not just a particular section of the community, but for the majority of Australians. And a lot of our Australians are working, driving to work, and needing that immediate support. Honestly, I'm keep on calling on the government. They have to do something about this in the May budget. They have to.
Yeah.
They are the party for the working people, really. So they need to address that. So those are the two things that I know that they can do immediately to address a large proportion of our community here. So when it comes to superannuation, well, let's see if that works.